Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Stephen Curry says he doesn't want to end his career like Kobe Bryant with the Lakers. It may be hard to believe, but Stephen Curry is nearing the end of his career. When talking about his future retirement plans with the San Francisco Standard, Curry noted that he still wanted to be competitive in his final season in the league. He referenced Kobe Bryant's final years with the Lakers and how the team weren't competitive, and it was the novelty of seeing Bryant's scoring outbursts that made the period memorable. Competitive. I've seen different scenarios. Like everybody talks about Kobe Bryant and his last years. From my vantage point, I'm comparing it to guys that only played for one franchise. Dirk Nowitzki, Tim Duncan, Kobe, from our era. You don't want to be in a situation the Lakers were in those last 3 years, with Bryant. I know he came off the Achilles injury, but it was, like, they were a lottery team, and it was more just how many points can Kobe score down the stretch of his career? I don't want to be in that scenario. My whole thing is, you have to be realistic. There's probably not a move or a scenario where you're gonna walk into a season or a playoff series as the perennial favorite. There's just a lot of talent around the league. But to be competitive, where you have a chance, that's what we want to see. I'm sure that's what our fans want to see. Playing meaningful games, no matter how it ends. I think that's what we deserve, and I hope that is the reality I get to live in this last part of my career. Kobe's final years in the NBA were marred with injuries, and when he was healthy, the Lakers just didn't have a good enough roster around him to make any serious noise in the playoffs. They used his final years to help mentor the next generation of stars like D'Angelo Russell, Nick Young, and Julius Randle, who were on the team with him. In the same interview, Stephen Curry also discussed his plans to stay with the Golden State Warriors for the remainder of his career and how his Hall of Fame speech when he eventually retires will be one of the longest in basketball history. He added that he does think about his limited time in the NBA, even if he does not expect that to end anytime soon. That's the gas in the tank of why personally I want to only play for only one franchise and have made that a goal. And why all my actions are kind of pointed toward that. From my vantage point, I might have the longest Hall of Fame speech ever, because there are so many people that you realize are impactful in this situation to have success for this long. You think about that more and more. I'm not at the farewell yet. That's just part of time. If you're fighting human nature or fighting the inevitable in that, then I don't think you're handling it right. Because you need a little bit of fear of what's coming, what an end might look like, to inform decisions that you're making now and appreciate what's going on right now. Stephen Curry is currently in his 16th season in the NBA and turns 37 years old in less than a month from now. He may be getting older, but he has shown no signs of slowing down. This season, Curry is averaging 23.4 points, 6.1 assists, 4.5 rebounds, 1.0 steals, and 0.5 blocks per game while shooting 43.4% from the field, 39% from beyond the arc, and 92.4% from the free throw line. This season, Curry earned his 11th All-Star nomination and is set to start in the 2025 All-Star Game. On Saturday night, seeing him play alongside LeBron James and Kevin Durant, two other stalwarts of the game, will undoubtedly be a sight to behold. Luka Dončić is excited to take a break during All-Star Weekend. This season has been unlike any other for Luka Dončić. Due to a left calf strain, he has already missed more games than at any other time in his career. Then there's the fact that he was traded to the Lakers and his previous team, the Dallas Mavericks, have repeatedly taken shots at him, questioning his ability to be the main guy as part of a championship franchise. He's since played a pair of games as a Laker and has seen the duality of this team, beating Utah easily at home and then getting destroyed on the road against the Jazz in the following game. With those games over, we've reached the All-Star break. Since Luka was not named an All-Star, he has no basketball obligations this weekend. After the loss in Utah, he discussed what he's looking forward to during this momentary pause in NBA action. "Approaching this break, so we got to rest," Dončić said. "For me, I think it's more mental rest than anything else, but I still got to work. So, I'm excited about this break and I can't wait to go back to play." The mental aspect often gets ignored in sports, but Dončić acknowledges its importance here. He's been through a lot regarding this trade, and while he's a superstar athlete, he's also a human like the rest of us. "It must have been a whirlwind of emotions to find out he was moved, answer questions about why Dallas didn't want him and continue rehab on his calf. Add in a couple of highly anticipated games that were being watched by millions of people, and it's understandable he's looking forward to a quiet weekend before the mad dash to the end of the regular season begins." Even in his comments here, Luka is aware he has to keep working. Calf injuries can be easily agitated and he's still on a minutes restriction, so he has some work to do so he can be fully available for this team. If Luka is healthy, up to speed with the playbook and builds chemistry with his teammates, the Lakers are primed for a successful playoff run. With Luka in charge, the Lakers' offense can reach new heights. However, he has to be healthy to do that, so let's hope he finds the mental and physical rest he needs so that Luka magic will still exist come June. Bucks $23 million big man being linked to Lakers in upcoming free agency. The Milwaukee Bucks are gearing up for the stretch run of the season and feel good about their chances come playoff time. With their 2 stars and a good amount of depth, Milwaukee believes that they can compete with anyone in the NBA. But the team does also have to think about the future group of players, and they have some interesting free agents this summer. One of which is center Brook Lopez, and it could see the veteran big man leave Milwaukee. In fact, Lopez is already being linked with a team from the Western Conference, the Los Angeles Lakers. Sam Quinn of CBS Sports believes Lopez could be a good option for the Lakers this summer as they search for a big man to pair with their own star players. If the Lakers want to go a bit cheaper, Clint Capella and Brook Lopez are more feasible mid-level targets. Capella fits the Dončić-friendly mold of a rim runner and rim protector to a T, but he's now 30, so he's likely more of a band-aid than a long-term answer. The same would be true of the 36-year-old Lopez, though obviously he is ground-bound at this point of his career. Having a shooting center is helpful, but it likely isn't a priority for the Lakers. Losing Lopez would hurt the Bucks, but he is also 36 years old. Milwaukee has been looking for an upgrade at center for some time now, and it could see Lopez going elsewhere. It all depends on what type of money Lopez is looking for in free agency. If the price is above what the Bucks are comfortable paying him, it could see the two split up. Lopez gives this team a floor-spacing big who has developed strong chemistry with the other players on the roster. The former All-Star is also a veteran presence in the locker room, so the hope would be to keep him around if possible. But Lopez would fit in well with the Lakers, paired up alongside Luka Dončić and LeBron James. Lopez played with the Lakers already in his career, so the familiarity with the franchise is already there. It remains to be seen how the free agency of Lopez will play out, but he is expected to garner a lot of interest on the open market. And you fan? What do you think of Brook Lopez's situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.